if you thought the internet is real. I am in my pajama pants right now, even though I look all dressed up and with makeup on and stuff. In reality, it's just me being bored, hanging in my apartment. My hair looks crazy. So, I'm gonna show you how I do my makeup, and because my channel is based around creepy stuff and just me exploring abandoned places and stuff like that, I thought about telling you a story as well, something that happened to my family and I a long time ago while I was still living with my parents, and that was maybe in like 2010 if I remember correctly. So I'm gonna go straight into it. After I wash my face, I use... Look, if you came here for a professional video on makeup, you are in the wrong place. After I wash my face, I use a moisturizing cream. I use this CeraVe. Look at all these baby hairs. Let's start with concealer. I didn't have bags like under my eyes before, but I noticed recently that they're getting worse, and I think I know why. Because my sleeping schedule is fucked up and I fall asleep around 3 a.m, 4 a.m. sometimes. So that's pretty bad. And then I go with the concealer like on any zits that I have, and here. Okay, now I'm gonna bronze my face. I go on my cheekbones, on my jawline, and under. Oh my god, I forgot to start with the story. I actually posted this story on Reddit. My parents' house is pretty big. It has like 2 floors and is situated in a residential neighborhood, so that's a pretty safe place. One night before going to bed, usually my dad would go lock the front door every night, but this time I don't know what happened. He either forgot to lock it, or instead of locking it, he unlocked it. Point is, the door wasn't locked. I just think it's crazy how, like, you forget to lock your front door one time and exactly at that moment something happens. Like, what are the chances, At that time my grandma was living with us as well, and her bedroom was on like the ground floor. My sister and I, as well as my parents, had our bedrooms upstairs, so my grandma was the only one who stayed like on the ground floor. In the middle of the night, she hears like a loud bang, a loud noise. It took her a little bit of time to like get out of the bedroom, so I will try to like explain to you a little bit what the ground floor looked like. As you walk through the front door, you step into the hallway, which leads to my grandma's bedroom on the left, the kitchen right next to it, and then if you make a right, you walk into the living room. In the living room there are the stairs, and the light switch is right next to the staircase basically. To get into the living room, you have to like take a step downward, like you'd walk down the stairs, but there's only one step and that's pretty tall as well. So in the middle of the night she hears a loud bang. She wakes up. None of us heard this except her, because she was on the ground floor, we were upstairs. Okay, so she got out of the bedroom and she couldn't see much, obviously, because all the lights were off and the only source of light was the moonlight shining through the windows. In the living room we had a couch, and she could see that there was someone laying on the couch, and obviously she thought it was my mom. She thought that maybe She had an argument with my dad, and I don't know, she came to sleep downstairs. And so my grandma walked up to this person and, you know, like touched her gently and asked her like what happened, if she was okay, why is she sleeping downstairs, obviously thinking that she's talking to her daughter, my mom, only to realize that it actually wasn't my mom, it was a stranger sleeping on our couch in the living room in the middle of the night. So this intruder was a woman in her 50s maybe, and even though the lights were off, she could tell that it wasn't my mom because it reeked of alcohol. She also like mumbled some random words, and you know, I guess you can tell whether you're talking to your daughter or not. So she went upstairs, like going into my parents' bedroom, being all, you know, hysterical, telling them that there's someone in our house sleeping on the couch and, you know, come downstairs, this and that. So my dad takes his sword off of the wall. Yeah. Yeah, I know. He had a sword that he cared for like it was his baby, and he used to hang it on the wall. So he took the sword, went down the stairs. My mom was like holding on to him from behind as they were walking the stairs. I swear this sounds like a movie, but it's real. He's holding the sword, and then when he reaches the couch, he like taps the woman with the sword. You know, he's shouting like, what are you doing in my house? Get out, who are you? Stuff like that. The woman got scared. She was telling him, she was begging him not to hurt her. Oh, and she was barefoot and it was winter. So she walked in the snow without any shoes. And at this point, my dad realizes that it's just a homeless person who found shelter in our house, basically. He called the police. They arrived, they took her. I don't really know what happened to the woman. My sister and I slept through all of this, which is quite concerning. But I was also sleeping like during earthquakes, and I don't know, I'm a heavy sleeper. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. Our parents told us everything that happened, like in the morning. So I will do the same thing on this side, what I did with this eye. Okay, so I did the other eye, and now I'm gonna put some lipstick on. Now that I put my hair down, because it was in a bun, it is a little curly. Yeah, this is basically it.